make love to the game, bruh. Fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up. Play the game, bruh.
Alright, y'all. We're back at it. We outside today. Damn, it's hotter than the hinges on the gates of hell out here. But in today's video, I'm gonna be installing this amp kit with 4 channels going under the seat. Also gonna put these in. Y'all seen in a previous video. Most of this y'all have already seen. I'm kind of running it the same as I did when I ran my last amp kit. I'm gonna be running it near the same place, but when we get to that, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Other than that, we're gonna get to it. All right. Always unhook your battery terminal. Hey, actually, so I don't know if you can see. This is a 2013 Nissan Armada Platinum, and on this negative cable, there's an RVC, regulated voltage control. If any of y'all know anything about this, I reached out to JS Alternators, High Pipe Vector. He's gave me some insight. McMahon, they couldn't help. JS said that their information didn't show that this came with one, so I sent them pictures, but I've got the wiring all ready to do the big 3. If somebody sees this that might know something more than me about it right now, let me know some input. If not, I'm just gonna try attempt it myself and then post it. Looked on Club Armada and everything, but if you look close, let me see if I can zoom in. It looks like there's already like 4 gauge cable on it. I don't know how I'm gonna get no 0 gauge through there. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking this off and maybe trimming it and forcing like a 1/0 through it. But if not, I'm thinking about just doing chassis ground here, but keeping this part in there to here. From here, going to my alternator negative. Alternator ground to here. Keep this one here. I don't know if I'll cut it because this is just one piece that runs from the battery negative to here, from here to the engine block. Or so what I'm thinking about doing is running my positive from my alternator to my positive, obviously. My ground from my alternator to chassis right here. Obviously I clean it up, do all that. And then leave this one here, or should I cut this off right here? I don't want it to bypass or throw code or nothing. And then from here to like another chassis, or to the chassis ground, or like to the frame. If y'all have any insight on that, please leave it in the comments. It'll help, you know. I'm a jack of all trades, master, no, well, I take that back. Master some, but this, you know, I just have no clue on this. You know, first vehicle I've had with the RVC, so if any of y'all know something about it, please leave it in the comments. Let me know. I just have no clue. Not everybody knows everything, so, you know, I'm here to help. Hopefully somebody can help me out. But again, that's for another video. All right, let's get back to it. Put this back in there so I don't lose it. I don't get lost. Or where it goes. Well, apparently, the way it looks, I was wanting to add these in. Like I showed y'all, they're modular. Just put them side by side. I don't know if another one of these will fit, because I've got one with my amp kit. You'll see it wouldn't even fit. So what I'm gonna have to do, this fuse holder, I'm gonna have to make a new one and extend it, and I hope I have enough in there to do that with. I've got one, like a 2 foot by 2 foot for the amp rack under the seat, but I had some left over out of this. I hope it's enough, so measure it, get that taken care of, and we'll be back. All right, so pause a minute. I think I might be able to just use this one, and probably just to save time for the time being, I'm just gonna keep this here. If it'll work for now, then I'm just do that, and may extend it, make it look a little bit better later on. Because I do plan on taking this bike out. I'm gonna change this wire loom and put a new one on for the new 4 gauge too. So I'm just running with this for now. Just get it kind of eyeball it, see where I'm gonna get it at. But I did figure out why they're so hard to get apart. If this one goes down in there, like the squares on the side of them, or triangles, whatever you want to call it, they thin it out and they widen. So if this one goes down, this is the one that has to go up. If this one goes up into this one, then it's got to go back down to come out of that one. So if that helps, it's probably why it was so difficult last time. I just realized that in the last video. But we're gonna get to it and go from there. This is gonna be the kit I'm putting in. Again, it is recoil for the money and the size of the wire, and it being oxygen-free copper. I mean, you can't go wrong. This stuff is good stuff. My big 3's in this, everything. I can leave links to everything down below for y'all in the description. But again, this is what we're going with. I'm gonna start wiring this up, running it, go from there. Because I wanted to run some loom. My loom just ain't came in yet, but I've got braided loom, but I'm put split loom on it when I change the one out too. So, but for now, instead of holding this up, I'm just gonna go ahead and start running this. All right, so as I'm looking, y'all seen my other video where I ran my 0 gauge through right here on the Armadas. This is in the passenger floorboard up by the firewall. You look, they've got another stock hole. It comes with this grommet in it. It comes like this. Focus. It comes with that grommet in it. But take it out. Looks like this. And originally that's where I was gonna run this 0 gauge, was through there. But it wouldn't fit. And at the time I didn't have my jack or nothing over here to take my tire off so I could get up there, because I can't get in here with a step bit up in this way. You have to do it from the fender wheel. You gotta take the wheel off to do it. You can't turn it enough to get it up in there to widen it. So my 0 gauge is here. I just ended up drilling it from here with a step bit. So what I'm gonna do now, what my plan is to take my 4 gauge and run it through there now. It did come with a grommet and everything too. You could just cut this grommet, but as you can see, it fits through there with space to give, so a 4 gauge will fit through that. But you gotta go through the fender wheel, and that's what I'm about to show you next. Alright, you take the wheel well cover off. It's got screws around here, and don't forget there's a push pin up in here. And what I've done, you see my wheel's still on. Alright, so pull this down. And here you can see there's my 0 gauge, and inside the engine bay. And there's a hole I'm going to use to run the 4 gauge through. I got my little clothes hanger to run it through the engine bay, because I got nobody here to help me right now. So run that through there, connect it to there, and pull it down through that way. see it. There we go. See, comes out into the firewall here. And again, this was the grommet or the hoe I was originally going to use for this one, but I couldn't take my tire off to get up in here to drill it out with a step bit. So that's as high up as I could go, but that still ended up working out. Kind of worked out for the better because I wasn't even really planning on doing a 4-channel yet or anything. So having that existing hoe already there, you know, helped out a lot. So saved a bunch of time. All right, so that's that. Here's the other grommet that's going in. So tight on there, more or less gonna be waterproof. I could throw some silicone around it, but I believe it's gonna be fine. I don't have to put no primer or nothing like that on it either. So, like I said, just spray a little bit of soapy water on this, and then this literally grommet will slide up past it. Help with getting it through like a stock grommet or a rubber grommet you made, but it's a bonus. It cleans off all that grime from the engine bay I just got on it too. But I gotta get it up over this, put a little bit of soap on this too, and slide over it. But that's why I had to do it. It goes on backwards like that, so it goes to the firewall. Water won't come through here and sit in here to sit. It won't even come in and be sitting on the outside. So little tip, just put soap on your wire and your grommet, slide over, or slide through a grommet or rubber boot, anything easier. Here you go, that's what she looks like afterwards. I'm gonna change this one. I think I'm gonna do it red and this one a smaller red, then tie them up. Focus. There you go. There's 0 gauge and there's 4 gauge. It's supposed to be sound, isn't it? Come on now. Alright, so I got all this all ran. I put loom, extra loom over it, ran it through that grommet, ran it up behind the console here. I'll show you real quick. Ran it up there. I just got these zip ties loose for now. Run through here. I'm gonna run it into there and come out under the seat where there's already a hole. End up coming up or out there. I'll run through it all after I get it buttoned up. Just want to check in and show you where we at. Showed up just in time, so I'm gonna put this split loom on. Here's a little update where we're at. I'm gonna show y'all. So far we got the power cable ran. Haven't split it yet to make the fuse holder. Put more loom on it. Got it all buttoned up. Here it is right here. Running over here, behind there. And then comes out right there. I've got it zip tied, but I ain't got them tight yet until I have everything exactly where I want. And then I'm gonna cut them with flush cutters. Ran up here, behind the carpet. Goes through here. Take that piece off. And got it ran through here. Under there. Comes out. That hoe on the factory harness. I ain't cut it to length yet. Got the ground wire brushed up, tested it. It's only reading like 0.3 ohms, so seems decent. I'll test it later on. If so, I'll just move it. That's where we're at with it right now. If y'all made it this far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like this kind of content. I'm gonna be doing the whole build, putting this 4-channel in, door speakers in, the mids, some highs. I'll probably release that in the next video, and kind of keeping it a little bit of a secret, but it's kind of a surprise. It ain't just like your average mids and highs, I guess you could say. Kind of ties into everything else, but it's gonna be lit. Maybe it's pun intended, might be giving a little bit too much away, but it is what it is. But not saying I'm the only one doing this kind of thing. The you know, the full system that pulls out. But being said, I haven't seen it, or really, I'm saying, like, I don't want to give too much away. Y'all see, y'all let me know what y'all think. Other than that, we're gonna get into it. I still got to cut this, make it for the fuse, or make the fuse holder. We got the remote wire left on that side over here to run, but I don't think I'm gonna run it tonight because it just is gonna be, I'm just gonna use the sequencer right here to run my remote wire to my amp. So I don't know if I'll have it hooked up in this video, but I'm trying to get there. Button everything else up, run a few more zip ties, and it might be it for this video. But stay tuned, like the video, comment, helps me out a lot. Subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I ain't really got no deadline, but you know, I just really like enjoying this. But I could have had this done a long time ago. It's just hard to video all of it and then have to edit it and all that, move the camera, get different, you know, different camera angles and stuff like that. But leave in the comments, like, you know, let me know what y'all like to see, you know, what I need to edit out, what I can do better, you know, because that helps me help you. You know, y'all are the ones that watch it, are entertained by it. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me, and you know, I need feedback. That way I know what I can do different to better grow and better help y'all. So that being said, I'm gonna get back to work. All right. No turning back. I'm gonna cut this thing in. Always so indecisive. I'm gonna do things, but if I want to run it like this, sideways, over it, I think I'm just gonna run it just like this. All right, here's where we at. Wrap it up for tonight. Start back tomorrow. We got all this ran. Just got to tidy it up. Once I get it finished, then I'm going to cut them to length, everything like that. Buddy come over and got sidetracked, was helping me a little bit. We got the power wire cut, hooked up, jumper bar to it. I ain't got no fuses in it yet. We're gonna leave off right here and put it, the wire loom that just came from Amazon you seen earlier, gonna go on it. And that'll probably be it. Pick up where we left off tomorrow once it gets here, and it'll just be all part of one video.